Here are some practices in ancient Africa that Europe considered barbaric and uncivilized for the longest time, when in reality they were just environmental conservation techniques. A lot of people often wonder, why is Europe more advanced when it comes to technology than Africa? And the answer is very simple. Africa did not need any technological solutions because Africa does not experience winter. For instance, Samori Toure's Mandinka Empire was advancing in horse transport, Ethiopia in lion transport, donkey transport among the Bantus. However, these forms of transportation were only beneficial to Africans and unsustainable in Europe during winter. Therefore, they brought in cars and vehicles, creating a huge hazard to the environment by leaving behind toxic carbon prints. Other uncivilized African practices that contributed hugely to environmental conservation were mud huts were made exclusively from nature and were highly effective in protecting Earth from environmental pollution by actively reducing the human carbon print. Many African communities used firewood as their main source of energy, where only the dry parts would be extracted for use. It was also a taboo in many ancient African communities to uproot or cut down medicinal trees because they believed that the spirits would relocate far from the local community, resulting into plagues. Among the Agikuyu community, for instance, it is still up to today a taboo to cut down a mugumo tree, which is believed to be a home for ancestral spirits and other creations. The waters in ancient Africa were holy and were perceived as habitats of God, therefore always kept pure, and purity to the locals meant no defecating, washing, or dumping of refuse into the waters because it was believed to be disrespectful to the gods. Ancient Africans took seriously the philosophy of Ubuntu, which meant living in close proximity with the flora and fauna, but due to the European management that started in the 18th century, which is considered more civilized, the exploitation of our environment has gone up at an alarming rate. But today, the Tonga people of modern-day Zambia are among the leading promoters of the "Going Back to Eden" slogan, like living on trees that was previously uncivilized but is currently a luxurious move in Europe. In conclusion, it is high time that governments, policymakers, and environmentalists gave the conservation mechanics employed by ancient Africa the prominence it deserves when it comes to environmental sustainability, if at all we are serious about saving the planet.